This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, the 19th of July. I'm Michael Groff. Much of the nation in a heat wave this weekend. Here in the southwest, we will be seasonably hot and relatively dry, but monsoon moisture slowly on the increase. When might we start to finally see those chances of rain getting into the valley? Well, let's talk about it first. We'll take a look at the almanac from yesterday. 107 degrees the high in the valley. 86 was the morning low. 71/100ths of an inch behind on our rainfall now for the year. Outside right now here at 7:20 a.m. We've got partly cloudy skies, 90 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 52, humidity 28%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Temperatures out there this morning, 72, the cool spot at Fort McDowell's, in the 70s at Goldfield, but most of us are in the 80s to near 90. Taking a look at the upper air look across the country, the main belt of westerlies, the primary storm track up along the Canadian border. Most of the nation is dominated by high pressure, and that's why when we look at the watch warning map today, it is lit up red with all those excessive heat warnings and heat advisories extending from the Great Plains through the Midwest, the Great Lakes, New England, and the Middle Atlantic coast. High temperatures in some of those zones today between about 90 and 100 degrees. And then the heat index values somewhere between 105 and 115 in a few locations. So it will be sizzling. On top of that, looking at the convective outlook for today, we've got the moderate risk of severe storms. That's level 4 out of 5. Don't see that too often from around St. Cloud, Minnesota over toward Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Certainly all modes of severe weather possible there. Large hail, damaging straight line winds, some tornadoes, and that also includes that enhanced risk. And that's around Minneapolis, St. Paul over to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So certainly severe storms will be possible up there today. Closer to home, the precipitation outlook valid through next Friday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts here in Metro Phoenix could be closing in on 1/10 of an inch in spots. Around the state, some locations might see up to 1 inch with the monsoon slowly creeping in. And we've been talking about this for a while. I know you're saying, when's it going to actually happen, Mike? Well, let's talk about it as we take a look at the models and see what's going on. This is the GFS, the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at about 18,000 feet. There you see the high pressure extending from the East Coast all the way out here into the greater Southwest. A trough moving from the Northern Rockies out into the Plain States today. Kind of a southwesterly flow aloft again for us here in Arizona. So down at the surface, some clouds around this morning. We'll call it mostly sunny by this afternoon, though. High temperatures between about 106 and 109. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a few clouds around at times. Lows mostly in the 80s. And then tomorrow, mostly sunny again for us. Highs pretty close to where we are today, 105 to 108 or so. Now, as we get to Sunday, we'll see some isolated afternoon and evening showers and storms for the eastern mountains and the southern border of our state. But here in the valley, I believe we will stay dry again. Might see a few more clouds, though, and the humidity levels will continue to creep up ever so slightly. High temperatures still right around our seasonal averages, so we'll go between about 105 to 109, somewhere in there. As we get to Monday, high pressure from the plains slides westward into the central Rockies. Our flow aloft turns more out of the southeast and intensifies a bit. So that's going to bring deeper moisture into the region, increasing chances of showers and thunderstorms. The models have really been keying in on Monday to be a more active day across the southwest. We might also see a disturbance or some type of inverted trough swing around that ridge ultimately. We'll have to see about that as we get closer to the event, but for now, we'll bump up our chances of showers and storms to about a 30% chance for Monday night here in Phoenix. Now, more than likely, we will see blowing dust if we get anything at all. And then, yes, some spots will see precipitation also. Certainly, the storm coverage will be most numerous over the mountains, as is typically the case. High temperatures coming down a bit too, maybe even a degree or two shy of average. Let's go to Tuesday. We're in the monsoon soup, so at least a slight chance of late afternoon and evening showers and storms, better chances over the high country. And same thing for Wednesday. Scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms in the mountains, widely scattered storms in the deserts. High temperatures still relatively close to where you'd expect for late July in the monsoon, 101 to 105 or so. Thursday, high pressure continues to drift westward. This run of the GFS a little bit drier, showing the ridge kind of centered more or less over top of us here in Arizona. So that would mean a bit drier and hotter, still isolated showers and storms in the mountains. Couldn't rule out one or two getting into Phoenix as well. So I'll at least keep a small end chance of storms for us going. And that'll hold also as we go to a week from today. This is Friday, the 26th. This run of the GFS has the ridge pretty much right on top of us, and that would mean storm activity is relatively limited, probably just confined to the mountains, but we will see. And then going out 10 days, this is the end of the forecast period, Sunday the 28th, and that looks like a ridge sliding further to the west, kind of an east or northeast flow, but that could still mean some showers and storms off of the mountains coming into the deserts, and so we'll at least go with a low-grade monsoon, if that's accurate. All right, checking out the temperatures through the period off the European ensemble. It actually warms us up as we get into later next week. And then after that, showing a more pronounced increase in moisture and precipitation chances thereafter. So high temperatures as we get into August might lower just a bit, but that's beyond 10 days, and we'll just have to see how that plays out. That's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here on Monday morning, or of course sooner if necessary. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Your comments, questions, and suggestions are always encouraged as well. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Be safe, stay cool out there, drink plenty of water, and you guys have yourselves a great weekend.